What's going on, folk? In this video, we're gonna be doing a few things. We're gonna be working on my little Acura Integra. Actually, it's my wife's Acura Integra. We're working on something different, a little four-wheeler action. So that's gonna be kind of tight. And then we're also gonna work on the other Civic hatchback for my other Civic hatchback. It's gonna be an interesting episode. And the question really is everything that I do in this video gonna work like it's supposed to? You know what I'm saying? That's a really good question. And I have the answer, but you don't. So after the intro, you already know, and stick around and find out, shout it.
DJ. The tables turned really back one time. Okay. Don't it touch.
It's so tremendous.
Tony Todd. Yo, I be the mic smoker.
All right, so before we start with the Integra, the real question is gonna be, I need to change the evaporator core out of the dashboard, and your boy is kind of throwing parts in the dark for the AC system in that car, so we're gonna have to find out if that was the issue for the car or not, and if the effort was worth it, you know what I'm saying? Let's do some Integra stuff, shout it.
I prayed for this shit. Rolling handmade, it's from Swiss. Roast on my plate, steak of fish. At the round table, it's a big dish. Niggas ain't able, ain't on the list. Hermes Gator, my name on the list. Go AP, it's the same color Chris. Don't play with my name. 25, 26, Range Rover, back to back, I'm out of your range. Working, I was trying to get back, plus more these niggas can't feel my pain. Caught in this shit, ain't no stopping it, I can't even tell you what's in my brain. Got my own style and no copying, and you can tell it just ain't a phase. I grew up with niggas that hustle, they came up from nothing that won my age. Southside, I came from the dirty, this shit, they get ugly in many ways. Wall start cut up my hoodie, these niggas will put on anything. And it ain't nothing left to it, I know how to do it, cause I was made for this shit. Nigga, I prayed for this shit. Rolling handmade, it's from Swiss. Roast on my plate, steak of fish. At the round table, it's a big dish. Niggas ain't able, ain't on the list. Hermes Gator, my name on the list. Go AP, it's the same color Chris. Don't play with my name, play with it. Young gon' wanna buy back, at least 900 bricks to build my stage. Black bulletproof Cadillac with a bed in the back, I've been rolling for days. Ain't really cool with your cats, I call it sweat spade, that's way for fame. Niggas better act they wage. Running for a nigga like Sage. Baby girl doing everything I want, you would've thought I had a train. The way I'm stretched now, how it ain't no way, I ain't a trainer. Hopping out the Roberto, let them wave and see my game. Stacking this shit up plural, you gon' know that I was made for this shit. Nigga, I prayed for this shit. Rolling handmade, it's from Swiss. Roast on my plate, steak of fish. At the round table, it's a big dish. Niggas ain't able, ain't on the list. Hermes Gator, my name on the list. Go AP, it's the same color Chris. Don't play with my name.
It's never better. It is too damn hot, getting fed up. Well, I understand you need everything you wanna be, but this motherfucking heat is getting me. Work, go to work, I cannot do this shit. Hold up, oh, why you think you win this, bitch? You ain't, bitch, you stank, bitch, you bought a fucking rank, bitch. Standing acting dumb like you don't know what you have done. Bitches, I feel the heat when I'm taking out your teeth. No remorse, Freddy B, now I'm killing in the streets. I'm Mr. I'm never home, I'm gonna go
All right, man. It's really bright, like really bright. And of course in Florida, it's really hot. So check me out. You watched us. We done pop this thing open. We done did some things. In the dashboard, we pulled out the evaporator core, and nothing crazy, just, you know, removal and installation. Pretty straightforward. Luckily it's simple because it's an old Honda, you know what I mean? So we're lucky in that aspect, right? So let me take you inside where it's less bright and also probably hotter than it is out here. You see in the video, well, let me phrase this. What you don't see in the video is when I pulled this evaporator core out, right? OEM, it's dirty, which isn't the end of the world, right? But the more things you have blocking, you know, the ability for air to flow through here, you know, the more you're just asking for to have less air conditioning, less shit, whatever, right? So the whole reason I pulled this out was because every time I shut the car off after running the AC, I would hear like a hissing noise, like a decompression noise. So every time I heard that, I'm like, you know, I think that's where the car's leak is coming from. Because if you watched some episodes, some videos ago, can't tell you exactly how many, but a few. If you watch that, right, you'll see like, oh, okay, well, the Integra, you know, you already did AC stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because I had the whole radiator out, you know what I'm saying? And I changed all the O-rings that I thought were bad. And I'm like, well, maybe the O-rings are bad here because this is the junction between the firewall. And I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, maybe it's this one, but I kept spraying it with soap and water. No bubbles came out. And I'm like, man, I think it's the evaporator core itself. Now there's this little unit that bolts into here that also has a little line, like they are kind of, you know, all funky together. And to be fair, I didn't want to, I didn't want to do this, right? But because I kept hearing the hissing noise inside the car, and I'm like, oh man, I was like, every time I turn off the car, maybe it's got a touch of too much pressure, like a little tiny pinhole or something, and you know, I can hear it in the car. Maybe that's why I can hear it. Well, I can tell you this, I put the new condenser in, the new evaporator in, and it makes the same exact noise. So I'm like, all right, well, that sucks. And the one thing that does suck about it too is it's a cheap part. It's like 60, 70 bucks, right? But fitment wise, complete trash. You know what I mean? Like this unbolted, because it's OEM obviously, but this unbolted from the box, nice, easy, simple, exactly how it's supposed to. It fits in and out of the box. Off camera, I also took the box apart. I cleaned it inside and out because, you know, dirt, leaves, random bullshit, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And then also you watch me put a new felt on the edge. Now the felt, I don't think I would call it felt. I don't know what you call it. Some kind of like foam. This shit right here, it works, it compresses, it has a sticky backside to it, and I used it on the R32 to seal one of my fans because I had silicone one originally, which was absolute nightmare. And I'm like, yo, fuck that shit. And I used that to fill in any gaps on the radiator fan shroud and stuff like that. So luckily I had some of that left over. When I pulled the box out, all the seals that help keep the air pressure from your window blower motor, or your blower motor for your whole AC system, which is this guy. This thing spins like a turbo, fucking pulls the air in, and it pushes it through the condenser and then into your whole system. So I gave that little box a clean too. I just left it in the car, get a little clean, boom, whatever. So basically, if you don't seal your boxes together, you'll lose air pressure in between from the blower motor trying to push it through. You know what I mean? If you've ever been in a car, maybe you have, maybe you haven't, but if you've ever been into a car where you turn on the air, that thing is cranking, making all kinds of noise, and out of the vents you're barely getting anything, well, that's because your plastics got leaked somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's your issue. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I'm like, there's already a car from the 90s, and needs all the help it can get. Resealed that bitch up with the felt, boom, shorty. And I ain't gonna lie, did a little AC can charge, nothing too wild. And I'm gonna tell you like this, that AC is stupid cold in that fucking car. Like, man, like every time it turns on, I'm so impressed because I'm so used to AC from like one of these Civics, and the EKs are known for not being that great in comparison. And like, man, the Integras, man, they figured it the fuck out in those cars, because it's okay. The AC's so cold. Yeah, it like outdoes other cars that it shouldn't. You know what I mean? So like, that's kind of cool. But yeah, to make a long story short and a short story long, shorty, you know what I'm saying? We pulled that shit out, swapped it out. It's a pain in the ass when you deal with this stuff, because now when you go to put this in, the new Chinese one, it doesn't fit the same. I noticed that the body shapes were a little bit different. Like the positioning of where this is not the same. I had to keep bending this and like shoving the fucking arms in different spots and stuff. I'm gonna keep this because I don't think there's anything wrong with this at all. But it makes it a pain in the ass. The box doesn't want to close correctly. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to bend all this shit together. And then in the firewall, the whole piece was protruded back further. So I had to try to like pull it out a little bit, like a lot of pain in the ass stuff. But you know, you see we put it on there, put it together. So far, as of right now, the AC works. Knock on the wood, you know what I'm saying? But like before, the AC was working frosty, extra gangster, fucking beautiful. And then it just had a little leak somewhere. And then like a week and a half later, there's no AC again. You know what I mean? So like with that, it's like, it's kind of the gamble, you know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, if this doesn't work out, I got a really high confidence that it's probably the AC condenser, being that it's 200,000 miles old, it's crusty as shit, and it's in front of the radiator, and it's like rock chips and like 200,000 miles of bullshit being flung at it, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a good chance that's actually my issue, but you know, we here right now. I mean, if you keep replacing all your AC parts and they're all brand new, eventually you'll just have brand new AC, you know what I mean? And it'll work phenomenal. So it's like, my other problem is like, if this works out, I hope it really does. If it only works out for like 6 months, I'll take that all day, any day. 6 months AC, just frosty shit. And then just, you know, getting weak, and then you're like, okay, I gotta like recharge it. I'll take that any day of the week. But if in like a week from now, if it's leaked out by like the next video that comes out, then you know, it's like, all right, I gotta fix the condenser. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to, only because like I know an OEM condenser works the best versus a Chinese one, but at this point, leaking condenser doesn't work at all. You know what I mean? If I could find the leaks, I'd probably like JB weld them just so I could keep a stock one in there. But we'll put a fresh joint in there if that ends up being the case, you know what I'm saying? Boom, go from there. So, what do we got after this? Oh, yeah, stick around. We got something a little bit different right now, you know what I'm saying? So boom.
Why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why you keep fucking with me? You gon' make me jump out my skin, believe me. Push these niggas off me like push these bitches off me like push these niggas off me like pushing the snakes, I'm pushing the fakes, I'm pushing them all off me like pushing them all off me like yeah. I be immune to shit, tucking the broom and shit, done with assuming shit. Know you a joke, my answers the close, I holla at the moon and shit. Know the results, the ballot is in, man, I'm about to boom again. You funny, dog. Peekaboo, can't hide behind your money, dog. A week or two, I meditate on running lost. Swerve, 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 shake the currents off. Yeah. Push these niggas off me like push these bitches off me like push these niggas off me like pushing the snakes, I'm pushing the fakes, I'm pushing them all off me like pushing them all off me like yeah. Head up, stressed out, silence. I'm stressed out. Shh, be quiet. I'm stressed out, stressed out, stressed out, stressed. Hit my daughter up. She need all the love. I need all the love. I mean all of us. It's like 6 o'clock. Bitch, you talk too much. You making it awkward, love. I mean, it's hard enough. I mean, it's.
They don't fuck with me even if they could. Pull out the stick, hit a bitch with the wood. First part roll was vert in the hood. Don't worry about us over here, we good. The AP Roman numeral. Everybody go, I need pharmaceuticals. I ran my whole conglomerate. I was just mapping shit out in the cubicle. Suicide cool is a funeral. Track hard lunch like a slingshot. Big ol' ruby diamond on my pinky finger. That bitch look like a mini pop. Money on my mind, money on your head. Can't ride 3 times when you coming through the jets. Red Cross kept a nigga fed. In the studio with K-Dot fresh out the feds. Yeah, you niggas can't stand the rain. You niggas don't stand a chance. Yeah, shuffle like candy paint. I spin the bin in the bins. I call the bill off of Google out. I'm the type to get my shooter wet. I had to survive off a tuna pack. 5% tint on the wood like who's that? Cool take off like it's mad. Beat the dope with a fork, I'm whipping up Sudafed. I'm doing scams in the lab. Every Thursday, girls, they spending time with my daughter, make me go harder. Every Sunday, sons, they teach my boy to be a man, I ain't had no father. Fell in love with the block, I ain't had no part, just sawed off shotgun.
Y'all already know what it is, folks. You heard me? Okay, anyways, check me out. First of all, we got the manager right here, you know what I'm saying? Overlooking things, making sure everything's staying cool, copacetic, feel me? Anyways, so yeah, the four-wheeler. This is a YFZ450, 2004, maybe 5, whatever, same shit. And yeah, she don't look great, but it is definitely, this is a white knuckle ride on wheels. I'm not a four-wheeler guy, I'm not a motorcycle guy. I've ridden motorcycles, really fast ones, and I've never owned one, and there's a good reason for it. I'd be dead if I fucking ever had one of those things. So four-wheeler I could rock on the street and in the dirt, you know what I'm saying? I think this is a much better option. It's really fun. It's got no other purposes other than just to rip and have fun, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But some of the videos you was watching, right? Did a little oil change, nothing crazy. I don't know why I'm coming over here, the oil change on the other side, but did an oil change, nothing wild, you know what I'm saying? Did a little K&N filter, which was like this big. That's the thing being this big is just really funny. You usually like car shit, like an oil filters like the size of your hand at least, or like a truck. Sometimes truck filters are like really big, but I don't know. Did all that shit, boom, changed the oil. I switched whatever, I don't know what oil was in it, whatever the case was. I put 2050 Valvoline 4-stroke wet clutch, whatever bullshit, but I went 2050 full synthetic because I don't plan on changing the oil again anytime soon. So let's be real here, never fucking ride these things. And then it's hot in Florida, so thicker oil is never gonna hurt for us because it's hot, the motor's gonna get super hot, you know what I mean? Like, we're gonna keep dogging them, we're gonna keep riding them, we're gonna keep doing all kinds of shit, you know what I'm saying? So, went with thicker oil, went with full synthetic so it lasts a lot longer, take more abuse, so I could just, I guess, be a little bit more lackadaisical in the maintenance. But also, it's not gonna get driven much anyway, so might as well put a better oil that I don't really have to really worry about it that much, you know what I mean? So in the video, you see me, I pull the clutches out, did the whole clutches, right? And what's strange to me is that the reason I pulled the clutches out is because the clutch started slipping and we started riding the bike harder and harder and harder, right? And then I'm like, oh, okay, you know, no big deal. Now, I remember when I first got this thing that the guy I got it from, he's like, oh, I forgot to bring you some clutches for the bike. And I'm like, okay, no big deal. I'm just like, I'll get them at another time, you know, whatever. And then he's like, I'm like, so there's a clutch issue. He goes, no, clutch is fine. I'm like, well, there's no reason for you to get clutches if the clutch is fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of fucking retarded shit is that? So obviously there's clutch issues. Found out when we were riding the bike, started slipping its ass off. Okay, no big deal. Let the bike cool down. Next day I drove it again, slipped again. I'm like, all right, in these clutches, you know, it's like 80 bucks, I think, for a clutch pack. Now with these clutches, basically you have like 8 or 9 or 10 or 50, however fucking many is a lot of them. You have like you have a clutch, then a disc, then a clutch, then a disc, and you just stack them in there, right? Now, factory, on the inside of the basket, there's these 2 wave washers that are thin and small. And I'm thinking, oh, okay, they're known for slipping, and you know, it's a cushion for your hand for the clutching, so you can slip the clutch, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But they're known to go out, and I'm like, okay, that's probably what's in there, stock shit, boom. When I pulled it all out, it was all solid stacks. So I'm like, okay, the clutch mod has already been done by just removing those washers and running a full discs. So I thought that was kind of weird that I have the whole clutch bands and I don't see any problems with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, well, like, as a matter of fact, fuck that shit. Come on, come with me now. They didn't look like they had any issues whatsoever. So it didn't make a lot of sense to me in that aspect, because I'm just like, they don't look burnt, they don't look thin, they don't look twisted up, they don't look like there's anything really wrong with them. Don't get me wrong, it's been raining here in Florida and these are outside now, but like, these don't look bad. Like, these all look good. Like I said, they got meat on them, the discs look good, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the bands are fine, the discs look good. Like, for some reason, these started slipping. Oh, manager is following us here just to make sure we're working. Don't worry, buddy, we're not playing games, I promise. It's okay. You can come back with me over here because it's too hot because we're in the sunlight. Come on, Bush boy. So it's just really strange that the bikes that are slipping now that I know this, right? So problem 2 is your boy, that's me. The upgraded clutch mod is what I have purchased for this, which basically it's just the clutches, but instead of having the little wave washers, you have a thinner clutch band to replace those washers, right? Now, apparently, that thinner band is supposed to go all the way on the inside of the clutch basket, not on the outside. I put it all the way on the outside, and apparently that's gonna be a problem and it's not gonna work right. Time will tell, obviously, but I'm not into these, and the guy's YouTube I watched, he fucking does these things all the time, works on these things all the time, and I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. But the reason for it is I had a theory that on the clutch basket side, there's a larger face. So I figured if I put a larger clutch band on the large face, that would help eliminate that. Now, I also learned how the clutch system works, right? So you grab this lever, you pull it here, simple, right? There's a mechanism here, and it pushes the center of the engine out, and the clutch cover gets pushed out, and the springs push it back in. Now, it's possible that the springs weren't doing their job, or, you know, whatever the case is. When I feel this clutch, it feels a little bit funny, but trying to make a long story short, but you know how I get carried away, you know what I'm saying? You already know, shorty, how I get carried away. But yeah, I felt like by putting on the inside, it would be more beneficial. There's a bigger surface area, whatever. But I guess maybe by the clutch cover being on the outside, that's where a lot of the load comes from. But I feel like the springs will just hold it shut. I'm not really sure. If you know, because you're familiar with this stuff, hit the comments, tell me some shit I don't know, because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? This is not my cup of tea. These are my cup of teas. You know what I'm saying? All these cars, you know what I'm saying? This is kind of new to me. It's cool to learn. I like it. It's kind of exciting. It's not too complicated so far. You know what I'm saying? So like, we got a bunch of cool shit popping, but you know, it's just like, if I did it wrong, no big deal. Tilt the bike way on its side, pull the cover off, pull the whole stack out, flip it, put it back in, boom, right? Hopefully it works, but so in the video also, I planned on riding the bike and, you know, breaking the clutches, showing everything's working cool, but I forget that the starter sprag, which is this giant bearing that actually sits in the motor in here, is bad. And this thing, every time I hit the starter, just spins. And then here's a gear, and then there's a bearing in there. And sometimes that bearing catches, most of the time it doesn't. And basically it's the giant bearing. It spins one way, and when you hit the starter, it locks, and it spins the motor over. And you fire that thing up and you're riding. The bearing's bad, but what sucks is you have to pull apart like the whole side of the casing just to get it out. And it sucks because I didn't realize all those things, and I already put oil back in here. So now I have to tilt the bike up on its side super crazy, hope that all the oil stays away from that area, and then, yeah, stays away from that zone, and then I can change that piece out. The piece is like $60 or so. But then a lot of times, like, the little flywheel piece might break or the bolts might break. So it's like, spend a little bit more, make sure you get new bolts and like new this, new that. So it's like, it gets a little bit more expensive, a little more expensive, a little more expensive. And I don't want to open it back up. So technically, if I spend the money once, you buy once, cry once, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, but if that stupid ass fucking bearing goes out again because it's a cheap ass part, you know what I mean? An OEM one, I think by itself is like 130 or roughly, like an OEM Yamaha one's like 130. I don't want to spend $130 on this stupid fucking bearing because $130 is going to go a lot further in my other cars than it's going to go in here. So I'm going to buy a little small bearing, not small bearing, but like a cheaper bearing joint, you know, whatever. It'll be my first time. If it lasts me a couple of years, then goes out, sounds pretty good. You know what I mean? By then, probably got to do an oil change anyways. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and every time I do an oil change, I could just buy the gasket for like $5 and then buy another bearing and then replace it and do an oil change all at the same time. Full like maintenance type shit, you know what I mean? So not exactly sure, but if you guys are more familiar with this type of shit, put in the comments, little Wody, holler at your boy, you know what I'm saying? Let me know how it go, you heard me? So we're gonna do the last but not least thing, and we're gonna do some Honda action again. You ain't gonna wanna miss that shit. You're gonna wanna watch it because we're gonna do some cool shit. Boom.
I'm here to make $1 out of 15 cents and let my balls hang like I'm on a toilet taking a shit. My style is all that, and a big bag of chips with the dip. Fuck all that sensuous shit. I represent intellectual violence and leave your clique holier than the 10 Commandments. Like Red Man, I shift with the rock. If your if was a spliff, we'd be all fucked up. No need to act so easy, son, I get busy. Scuff my Timbs on the boulevard of many rough cities. I left the norm and bait ya. I love to hate ya, cause you's a freak by nature. Can't wait to face ya, mutilate ya. Drink your style down straight with no chaser. My verbal comebacks like a mini Mac to your back. As soon as one of you niggas try to overreact, the LOD love good confrontation of vamp. Break your concentration, murder your camp. For the jealous, overzealous, we fellas blow the spot like Brad Pitt Marcellus. Niggas coming through and acting wild. Y'all commercial niggas better have a coke and a smile.
Yo, I conversate with many men. It's time to begin again. Forgot what I already knew. You hear me, friend? Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body. Secret society trying to keep their eye on me, but I'ma stay incognito in places they can't find me. Make my moves strategically. The G.O.D. It's sorta similar but iller than a chess player. I use my thinker. It coincides with my blinker. Why you wondering what we're saying on the record's real? Yeah, you motherfucking right, kid, you know the deal. My mob is infamous, it's like the fucking title read. You get back slapped so hard, make your nose bleed. Some kids feeling guilty about to you first, baby girl, so just face it. But anyway, back on the real side of things, my niggas sling cracks and wear fat diamond rings. Not only is it inside the songs that we sing, everything is real, not just a song that we sing. From my life to the paper, very accurately. Give you all of my two, so maybe you could three. Prodigy with forever S-H-I-N-E. My shit attract millions like a moon attract the sea. How dare you ever in your life walk past me without acknowledging this man as G.O.D.
Now who the fuck you think you talking to? I pay dues, I spray crews, look up Joey Crack. Motherfuckers be like he's bad news, running this racket. From New York to Montego, slaughtering people, bringing ton of keys from Puerto Rico. I'd rather be feared than love because the fear lasts longer. These bitch ass niggas know we stronger than these weaklings seeking for respect that ain't there. Knuckleheads beware, this mad tension in the air. Tommy guns for fun, shotties for block parties. While fresh lead heats up your insides like a fifth of Bacardi. Corver ambulance, this man's wet. Bullets cut him down from the root up just like a Gillette razor, which I keep hitting in my oral. Ready to spat out and any ad out that wants to quarrel. These feds want me for some tax evasion. Mad at the fact that somebody's getting logic that's not Caucasian. Bullets be blazing through these streets filled with torture. Joey Crack, aka DJ Kaiser Saucer.
Thug niggas get a mix, the chinks. Toe down, we sip drinks, rockin' mix, flashing rings and things. Frontin' hard, 4 deep inside the Jeep, mackin'. Doing my thing, fly nigga, you a Scarface king. Bitches grab your tetas, get them niggas for they cheddar. Fuck it, Gucci sweaters and Armani lovers. Flossing rocks like the size of Fort Knox. 4 carats, the ice rocks. Pussy banging like Versace low pop. On the creep, open like raw ass cheeks. I'm sexin', raw dog without protection. Disease infested, Italiano got the Luciano. I gets down fucking with Brown Fox. Extra keys to the drop. Boo, I'm jingling, baby. I got crazy Dominicans who pay me. To lay low, I play slow. Roll with the firm. Mafiosa, crime kingpin. It all real, nigga. What the deal? I shot
What
ya.
the fuck? I thought I conquered the world. Crush Mo D, Hammer and Ice-T's girls. But still, niggas wanna instigate shit. I battle any nigga in the rap game quick. Name the spot. I make it hot for your bitches. Female rappers too. I don't give a fuck, boo. Words, I'm here to crush all my peers. Rhymes of the month in the source for 20 years. Niggas scared. I'm detrimental to your mental state. I use my presidential Rolex to be debate. Niggas fight. Glock cocks, your temple gets fucked. MCs that fuck with LL, they gets bucked. That's real. What's up with that? I shot your deal. Light shit, niggas slip. Now how the bullet feel? New York appeal. In LA, they gang bang. But if you touch a mic, your motherfucking ass hang. That's facts. Niggas don't receive no type of slack. Cause if they do, their ass is always running back. Not this time, but next time, I'ma name names. LL. Shitting from on top of the game. I shot ya.
Deadly intentions, nothing for phonies to listen to. Persona karma, then a smooth criminal hitting you. Deadly intentions, nothing for phonies to listen to. Persona karma, then a smooth criminal hitting you. Deadly intentions, nothing for phonies to listen to. Persona karma, then a smooth criminal hitting you. Deadly intentions, nothing for phonies to listen to. Persona karma.
Last but not least, folk. Boom, you heard me? You heard me? Boom, boom. Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? I know where we're at. We're at a really nice engine bay car in this thing. I know the camera's not gonna pick it up as nice, but like, it's just kind of dirty with like random like dirty oil shit everywhere. Like, I don't know, it's like whatever. But this is a really nice engine bay in this car. And like the funny part is like a little bit more work and it could be even nicer than it already is. Like, you know, like these little bolts, these Pastor JDM bolts, you know, it's like a nice touch and everything, but just certain things like you can clean up, repaint, reshine, read this, read that. Like this is looking pretty good in the hood. So anyways, we done pulled out that thing, shout it. Also, it's a lot cleaner than it was. It didn't really look that bad. Like when I saw this car on photos, it didn't look that bad. And I'm like, oh man, like the motor looks clean. It doesn't look like it fucking leaks. And of course, when I go to see the car for the first time, I go, fucking motor leaks. I'm like, cool. Here we go with the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. All right, fuck it. So it's like, it is what it is, right? So with all that, pulled it out, obviously, pressure washed it. And it's funny in the video, didn't include it because I was pulling it. Right as I'm starting to pull this motor out, I get it to about here, and you always forget one thing. And I ended up forgetting the fuel line, a fuel return line. And I thought I undid it, but I didn't. But fuel return line, I'm like, oh, whoops. All right, cool, whatever. Undid that shit. But I also forgot not one thing, but technically two. I forgot to pull the axles out. I don't know what I was thinking, but I did it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, cool, boom. So, had to pull the axles out off the camera, then pulled the motor out, cool. Sit it on these dollies. What you also didn't see on camera is that when I went to go wheel this shit out, as soon as I crested the little lip right here, it came out and this dolly slid right off, and then I had to try to pick this motor up and shove the dolly back underneath, and like, whole nightmare. Wheel it all the way up the driveway, chalk it with a bunch of wood, keep it from fucking rolling. And we pressure washed that thing. You know what I'm saying? We kept that bitch nice. Now you in the video, you watch me obviously pull the motor, and when I pressure washed, I sprayed this kitchen degreaser, which is like it's not meant for like paint and stuff. It's meant for like your kitchen, and it's a super aggressive degreaser. It's not really meant for this, but it works really good on this stuff. However, when you have like oil that's like caked on and shit, you know what I mean? Like the axle, so like the axle boot blew up and slung oil here, axle grease here, which is also spatters of it in here everywhere. And unfortunately, every time I touch somewhere in this general area, I keep getting it on me. And if you know axle grease, that shit is gnarly as fuck, you know what I'm saying? Look at the manager coming back over here, trying to tell me what to do, trying to tell me to do this video. Hey, shut up. Shut your ass up. Just kidding, it's the manager. You gotta put respect on a manager's name. But yeah, hold that thought. As usual, we got packages showing up. Got some tires for my wife's Supra. Gonna be changing those out soon. Probably not on camera. I mean, maybe on camera, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna get them mounted and balanced somewhere because it's the same price for balancing as mounting. You know what I'm saying? Like I can mount them myself, but it costs me the same to get them balanced as it would to get them mounted and balanced. So I'll probably just have them mounted and balanced. So that car can do, you know, 130 on the highway and be fucking smooth as silk. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, back to what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Get the manager here. Hold on. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. But no, surprisingly, pulling the axle out ended up actually not being too bad. I used a little bit of Croil to use penetrating oil for the axle nuts. These actually came out good. My silver Civic, which is that car way over there, I don't know who put those axle nuts on, but I'm pretty sure it was Zeus himself, because them axle nuts didn't want to come off. And to show you how much they didn't want to come off, if you look at this bar, it's bent and the fucking tip is snapped. Well, that was the last thing this bar did was 2 axle nuts, and it was on that fucking car right over there, and the second axle fucking nut snapped this bar. Shit crazy, shawty. Shit crazy. Anyways, so we pressure washed, used a degreaser, and I still scrubbed it with the it's like a kitchen, not a kitchen brush, like a bathroom brush joint, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And just try to get in all the crevices, all the corners as best I can. I would love to dry ice blast this because like it would make this aluminum come back even brighter. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be real, to dry ice blast this and then to have it like clear Cerakoted would like lock this thing in, it's fucking beautiful forever, but we ain't doing that. We ain't there, and I don't know where dry ice blasting is. If I could afford like some kind of like little dry ice blaster machine, I'd rock it all over this thing, you know what I'm saying? So that way like all the aluminum comes back super crazy, super clean. But to be real, the transmission looks pretty good. You know, some little dingy corners here and there. The block came out pretty good. It had a lot of oil caked in these areas here. It's always known for your valve cover dripping. And then it just eventually finds its way down here, and then just all these pockets just pools up, and it becomes super fucking pain in the ass, super difficult. So, and you can see I still have a little bit of juice in there. It's difficult to do that, but you know, you do what you can. The pressure washer works, but I have a hole in the line, and you know, whatever, like it gets it off, but like it's not as clean as I would like it to be. So like that's the dry ice blasting comes into play, is like you can clean all the dirt, all the material off, and then it's not sand, it's dry ice, so it penetrates better. You don't leave sand behind, which is dangerous for your motor. Imagine sand blasting this motor and you get sand in your throttle body and just trickles on down into your fucking motor and then swallows up into oil, and like you'd fucking ruin the thing, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, kind of be like that sometimes, but it would be nice to dry ice blast this. It would make everything super clean, super nice, but that's not where we're at, you know what I'm saying? Also, I ain't gonna front, real talk. I have to get rid of this car because I need the money for it, right? But this is a really good car. I hate to say this, but like, this is a really good fucking chassis. Because like, for years I've been watching Honda. Man, even back in the day when I was fucking driving only a Honda, back in the 2000s, late 2000s. Hondas were getting clapped hard back in the late 2K. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's wild to think how hard those cars are getting clapped back then. And then like now add 15 extra years on top of that, right? And a lot of those cars are destroyed. They're fucking gone. This car made it. Even though I had the GSR swap, like this car made it. You know what I'm saying? Original paint, okay, got a light bit of rust here, not bad. The roof is getting ready to be a little Rusty Johnson, also not bad, right? There's one rust hole in this entire chassis, and it's right here in the wing, and it's literally like this big, so it's small as shit. Underneath the car, absolutely mint. Okay, so we got a little funny door crease right here. Who fucking cares, right? Like, we have clean interior, you know what I'm saying? Like, the dashboard's not fucked up. Like, it's nice in here. There's an armrest given a little bit worn, but that's typical. But it's just like, yeah, there's no door panels, which door panels are, for these cars, door panels are big Achilles heel. They always come apart, fall apart, which is why I got so annoyed when I elbowed my door panel at the track doing the corners in my silver Civic, because I was trying to turn the car and shit, and I fucking slipped my hand off the wheel and I fucking smacked my elbow into the door panel, and I have a dent in my mint door panels, and there's no mint door panels left for these cars. If you find one, it's like $450 for one door panel because it's mint. You know what I mean? They're always destroyed. So I was kind of butthurt about that. But this car, like the dark gray interior. If you're not familiar with these cars, oh, what happened? Yeah, if you're not familiar with these cars, they come dark gray interior, light gray interior. That car has a dark gray, that car's got light gray interior. This one's got the dark gray interior. The waffle car also has dark gray interior. So it's like the dark gray interior is the one that I want. I was gonna strip out this car or that car to put it in this car, but that car's nice. I ain't doing that shit. It doesn't bother me that much that it's light gray versus dark gray, but the dark gray is way, 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 way nicer. Also, this being a 2000 chassis, this is more rare, 99 2000. So even though it's an EK hatch, which is the same as that car, same as that car, same as that car, out of all four of them, this is the only one that's 99 2000. They're typically 96 and 98. That's what you get most of, right? So it's coolest in actual 99 2000. My very first Civic ever was a 2000 Civic CX, which is exactly this car in silver. And I've posted pictures in the previous videos before, but it was a really nice car then. And as a young teen, late teen, I ruined it because, you know, Fast and Furious and all that kind of shit. So it'd be like that sometimes. But yeah, this is where we're at right now, shorty. We right here. So what's the plans for this? Where are we gonna go with this, right? This motor in another video, we're gonna pull the transmission off, pull the clutch out, get this engine on the engine stand, and I'm gonna take a lot of seals, gaskets, timing belt, stuff like that, and put it all on this motor. We are going to, everything that needs to be redone, we're gonna redo it. You know, like I said, gaskets, seals, all that stuff. There's a potential the oil pump has an issue, but if it doesn't, I bought an oil pump anyways, just in case. I think the oil pickup might be bad. I bought one of those, all brand new. So like, we're gonna go over the whole thing, make sure it's good, put all brand new radiator hoses on it. I bought a hose kit somewhere here, but we're gonna get it nice, we're gonna get it right, we're gonna get it tight. I have some parts here, as you see, got some nice OEM Honda stuff. And if you don't know, for the Hondas, they love factory shit. Just all there is to it. You can get good quality aftermarket for sure. You know what I'm saying? So I got a balance between OEM Honda and aftermarket stuff. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. I'm really excited about this motor because how it felt faster than the setup that I had in my Silver Civic. And my Silver Civic moved pretty damn good. Whoops. So it's like, this felt even better. So I'm really hoping that it's just more efficient and everything's just working better. Because if it is, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, we'll see once this goes back in that car, and once we get to a point where I can take it back to the drag strip, and if the car outperforms the old motor, I'm gonna check a lot of things, 60 foot, which should be the same, but like 60 foot, mile an hour, stuff like that. So if I have more mile an hour and like way better time, then I know like, okay, this motor's working way better. And it's not just like, it's not, I don't want to call it like placebo effect, like, oh, you just hop in a new car and like, oh, it just feels fast. No. I don't get like shocked by cars like that. You know what I'm saying? I know what that motor felt like. And then as soon as I drove this car without VTEC, I go, holy shit, I think this is faster than my fucking motor with VTEC. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ran really good. So, hope you're excited. We do some more Honda things, but of course, we got some S13 love coming up. That's for you guys later on. I'm trying to keep the balance between like the ass chassis stuff and the Honda stuff. I really want to work on this car. This is what I want to fuck with right here, but I got to get rid of this car, and I have to get rid of a Chevy Tahoe that I have, and the waffle car, I need to get that back in gear, back working, back going. You know what I'm saying? I got to get you guys back in the loop, and I want to get that car more scored away sooner than later. You know what I'm saying? So, garbage truck's loud, but yeah, that's where we're at these days. And yeah, we're gonna end the video here. Kind of rambling a little bit, I know. I apologize for that. You know, typically you watch my videos, shorty, you already know I be rambling and shit. But if you're interested, in the description, got the fucking clothing brand on there. Check that shit out, really cool. blood-thirsty.co. And you already know, you know what I'm saying? So like, this shit gangster, shorty. So yeah, I'm gonna stop rambling now. End the video right here. So remember in life, always stay sucker free.